Welcome back to group call. Alright, Friday again. We didn't really expect to move up or down because we made high of the week, low of the week. So price is just gonna rebalance to the C of the entire range and just sit around there or create liquidity for the next week. So that's what price did. Created liquidity for next week. Asia opens. We dump immediately, take out this low. Very nice. And then we displace up. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back real quick. Let's take care of something. Okay. Alright. Asia, we manipulate lower. So, obviously, when price opens, takes out a big accumulation on Sunday or Monday open, expect us just to push up in that direction, okay? Until we make like a new cycle or whatnot, right? Asia immediately pumps up. Cool, nice. Then we start setting in accumulation lows for price to either come back to take them out to manipulate, to like set in manipulation anchors, whatnot. Like push off of those, which is legit what it did. It came back up, filled in the new week opening gap, rebalanced, then pushed up again. Small rebalance, kept pushing up. Then price to accumulate and chop. It started to accumulate and chop, right? Markets, they're never set in one direction, okay? You'll always have like different, like for example, AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, okay? Cool. When price starts to accumulate again, what do you think will happen? If it manipulates up, we're gonna have to distribute lower, right? So your trading cycles, you're not trading a set market. You know what I'm saying? So when we set this low in Asia, which is nice, and we're displacing away from it, very, very nice. Again, London opens and we just start to chop and accumulate. If New York AM opens up and it starts manipulating higher, I'm expecting New York AM to continue like dumping lower, to like continue shorting, right? Either to take out this low or even Asia lows. You get what I'm saying? So let's look to our left. What could price manipulate to reverse from? All right. Obviously, we already take out this high right here. So price already took it out and we did not reverse. So we know price is going to look to take something higher. Let me clear this up here. Cool. Again, we have some deals on the left. For example, this manipulation leg right here that we had inside that fat SIBI. So we can see that like, okay, we can mark it out, see how price reacted from it. Then finally, we have this very, very high up here where price could react from it, since this is the manipulation where we had where price never rebounds back into from last week Tuesday, where we made the order block, internal and external manipulation. Price dumped away from it, but we never rebounced back up inside this order block. So price could still rebalance into this order block and give us a reaction, right? But you just mark it out and see what price does, all right? So let's just mark it out like, yeah, this is fine. If you want to like mark it out like a traditional order block with 2 candles, or if you just want to keep this 1 candle since it's the M15, so you could just do 1 little candle and it would have been fine either way. So you can mark out and see how prices reacted from those DOLs, okay? Let's go in the 1 minute. Again, New York AM opens 9:30. All right. Obviously, we manipulate lower. First candle doesn't really count because, again, you might see this as like what manipulation right here, but we didn't really displace down any like further, right? Even when we had this order block rebalance, we didn't even get a reaction from it. Like price just continued displacing past it. So this would have told you that like, okay, that high was just to take out and we are gonna continue past it, etc. Again, price comes, takes out most of this accumulation here, but we don't really take none of this out right here. So we're still bearish, but the small internal manipulation can fuel us to continue pumping higher to rebound back up to that high up there, right? Which is very nice. Again, we have this internal manipulation. Order block would have been like right there. Boom, boom. If you look at ES, at the same time, we also had SMT right here, this internal low at 943, which was like right here, 943, whatever. So you had SMT right here. Internal manipulation, order block, rebalance, another internal manipulation inside of it. Very nice. Again, based off this internal manipulation, if you took the CB disrespect and you longed here, stop loss below the low right here, and again TP to this first internal high, 930 highs, or even to the DOO up here. The second you see you're getting edged and you see prices reversing from just sweeping that high, close your trade. But realistically, this would have been a valid long like to take. Again, we're inside of a range, so internal manipulation you could take, etc. So internal manipulation basically gets inverse as well. If you entered on this candle, stop loss at the high, TP, you can't really TP any further lower because, again, remember, we have this order block right here that price could react from again. So maximum CP would legit be this busy, the CE of it. So that legit would have been like a perfect TP for you guys to like TP at if you took shorts. If you TP'd any further lower, you would have probably gotten edged and never hit TP. Again, as you see price come down, we make SFT, we rebalance inside this order block. The second you see displacement up, if for example right here, SIBI gets almost inverse, we get a nice rebalance and more displacement. Another displacement candle right here would have been valid to take right here. This displacement. Stop loss at the rebalance, or if you want to feel more safe, at the order block right there. But realistically, the rebalance would have been fine. It is Monday, low probable, so I anticipate chop. Don't anticipate like fast movement. Again, nice busy displacement up. Your first TP would legit be this internal high, but you can drag it back up to the DO on the left. We leave the busy, we chop around for a little bit, we come back, we internal manipulate. All right. Again, if you're still in this trade, if your stop loss is below the busy or below the rebalance, you're still protected. You're fine. Like, don't expect price to dump all the way and rebalance and then pop again. No, it won't always do that. Only on really, really low probable days where we have no news, etc. Right? But we have so much liquidity below us that price has to manipulate higher first. So this is legit what it's doing, especially after we get the small internal, like right here, internal manipulation. The second you see this candle close like a doji, we're not continuing any lower. That would give you enough conviction to continue holding your longs. All right. From here, TP would have been hit. Again, if you waited for internal manipulation, here, CB gets inversed on this candle as well. So you could have longed here and TP at this high right here, which would have gave you a nice 1-to-1. Other than that, we are getting near that high. So I don't really like to take longs because we're getting into like a really, really risky area. So I'll wait to see what price does. If price takes it out, that's fine. If it accumulates inside of it, that's still fine as well. But I'm just waiting for a reaction to see what price does. Again, we set a high, but we don't really displace past these lows right here. We continue to edge it. So, and we're not really displacing up, like the candles are really weak. So right here, it's the stalemate. You're just waiting to see what price does. You're waiting for price to tell you what it'll do. All right. What can I see price does? Boom. It takes out this high. If you look at ES at the same time, 10 a.m., 10:10. Which one? Okay, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, no SFC, but we just have this internal manipulation. Price rebounds all the way up back into these highs up here, and it took out all of this. Let me mark this out. All of that accumulation near that high right there where we had the order block forming. So price sniped all that out very, very nicely. Internal manipulation and external. Cool. Immediately CB displacement lower. Very nice. Again, we still have this order block that price can rebalance to, but if price continues to displace away, we could take DRD. We get a rebalance and more displacement lower. You could have entered here, which was fine. Stop loss at the rebalance or at the CP high. TP for 1-to-1 internally. But if you wanted to wait for more confirmation, which would have been nice because price likes to do this where it gives you like a breaker structure to like confirm that we're like flipping narrative or whatever. And then it would like rebound back up to this order block, right? Then dump. All right. Sometimes, but not always. So if you waited for more confirmation after that, that would have still been fine. Again, we continue displacing lower. The next time we had a rebalance displacement would have been like right here. So if you waited all the way down there, you would have had an entry. But if you just enter shorts right here, it was fine as long as your TP was this internal low. Or you could have held it all the way down to these lows right here because all of this is accumulation and price has to take it out. So that was my thought process going today. Like I wanted shorts. I wanted to see price manipulate higher because all this accumulation here has to get taken out, even come down here as well. So this was like my entire idea well for the day. So if I was going to be in shorts from like 10 a.m. or whatever, I'm looking to hold my shorts. From this was a DRD that I could have taken. After that, more displacement. We get a rebalance. This candle right here is the rebalance candle. Boom. And this bullish candle rebalances. We don't really take out this high. We don't really manipulate it. We just leave a wick and we continue displacing lower. So if you did enter shorts, entry here would have been fine as long as your stop loss is like right here at that rebalance candle. Again, TP 1-to-1, or you could take it back down to these lows right here. Or if you had a really, really nice entry, you could have just legit held it all the way down there and just manage your trade. So yeah. Again, more displacement past that low. Boom. Rebalance displacement lower. So that was like another entry you could have taken right here. There you go. There we go. And then again, TP 1-to-1 or hold it to all the accumulation. Again, price displaces past the low, rebounds inside of it very nicely. We get like a little PXO. And the second you see a candle displace lower, you can enter, slap your SL at that high right there when we rebalance. Again, TP 1-to-1 or take it all the way down again. Another rebalance candle inside that fat SIBI. Again, price fails to displace past it or even like internally manipulate. So the second you see more displacement lower, it's valid for you to take the shorts. TP 121 or into like you hold it into one of the DOLs, getting that right here on the left since we were like nearing them. And then yeah, other than that, the second you see price start to barcode a lot and like leave chop like this, it's best to stay away. Like the day is done. I can't lie. The second every time you see price action looks like this, the day is done. Don't try to look for something else. If you're on a loss, walk away with that loss because you can really end up blowing your account trying to like chase wins with this price action. This price action is garbage. All right. Like this is much worse than having like CPI or like NFP and you're trying to trade it. This price action is like the most obnoxious price action to trade. Every time you see that, walk away because price is legit building accumulation for tomorrow. So this will be used for tomorrow, all right? And the way price is moving right now after we manipulate these lows right here, very garbage on like price Sunday, or I mean not Sunday, but Asia or London or even New York AM, we could like rebalance back up, turn them into play, take out all this accumulation, continue going lower, right? That's if we continue to accumulate. But if price just starts immediately going lower to manipulate, then I'm bullish. But other than that, price right now is just building accumulation for tomorrow and rest of the week to base our trades off of. But yeah, that's pretty much PE breakdown. So, any questions? All right, no questions. Had bullish bias, only needed 250 to pass. Also had conviction in those highs being swept. So at market open, when we manipulated lower, had an entry trigger, I entered and passed the account. Very nice. Very nice, Nor. Nice. Good job. Yeah, clean. Took this forward test. Overall narrative was bullish. I saw as disrespect to SIBI, so speed efficiency. This was also a continuation on the 15-minute target, the internal high. Could have targeted more since it was probably wasn't gonna hold. Nah, the TP was perfect as well. Okay. So overall, it's good. You could have taken the longs. You could have even taken the rebalance right here. If you wasn't convicted, if you didn't have the conviction with the manipulation right here, the rebalance back inside this order block and the internal manipulation that we had with the ES as well, that would have like told you that this low was gonna hold, and you could have taken the re-entry longs. Bullish manip being respected, SIBI to respect, price is seeking the DO higher, exited early because price was slowing down. Yeah, longs, yeah, that's still fine. Overall, it's still good. Okay. Yeah, very clean. But show your balance. I don't know why you copied it out. Was it valid to fade these longs? It looked clean, but my thought process was there is all these buildups of lows on the left behind. It only took out that first one. I thought price was just rebalance to take out all these lows, then run bullish. Let me know if this makes sense. Yeah, you want to see this all get taken out, but before we take that out, we need a opposite manipulation. We need a bearish manipulation to like send price lower to take this out. You're not gonna really anticipate price to dump all the way down, take all this out, then pump bullish. No, especially when we don't have like a bearish manipulation driver. So price has to give us a small internal to pump up higher to then go lower, which is what it did. We went higher, then we had that bearish manipulation, then we went lower, and then we took all that out. So if you faded the first entry, the second entry you had right here, which would have confirmed. Should have just held, just being cautious because it's Monday. Longs, re-entry longs as well. Yeah, very good. Overall it's still good, so don't really trip about that. It's just done. Tricky day for me. Stayed patient, but didn't like the longs at first or the shorts due to having bearish and bullish order blocks on both sides. Although we have manip and BC disrespect lower, I faded it because it was going straight into the bullish order block and waited. RR wasn't the best, went 2 micros because 80-point stops. But if you could read the pictures, confused on how to trade a day like today. Oh Lord God. Yeah, here this internal manipulation, obviously it looked very wonky, but this displacement up, this very, very strong displacement, would have told you that, like, okay, these longs are very nice. Let me see how price is reacting once we come back and rebalance inside this order block, right? After a rebalance, we even had another SFT right here, which gave you like another confirmation that, like, okay, price is looking to, continue pumping. So first longs right here, if you faded it, that's fine. But these longs right here, the re-entry would have been good. And the second you see price slow down at this order block, the bearish one, quote unquote, and like we're failing to displace any lower, that would have told you this order block is not going to hold. Okay, it's going to like give us a rebalance, which it did, and like a total inflation to just take it out. Yeah, it's understandable, like, to be like, order block at the bottom, order block at the top. But if you took this one at the bottom right here and you entered around it, you would have still been fine to even like hold your trade near this order block. So you could have like legit TP'd here at like this bearish order block. You know what I'm saying? So overall, still good that you ended the day green. Yeah, that's understandable. That is understandable. So that's fine. Running off no sleep right now. I had to come back from a 12-hour road trip, so taking the day off. But it's good. Missed 9:30 OTU open. Gonna get it back on. Gonna get it back. But the other trade I took is on a fresh eval here. This is after 10:45 macro. 10:45 macro, which was okay. You entered longs here. I mean, realistically, you entered like after price took out these lows, and it didn't even give us that bullish reaction. So like when price even went lower to like take out this accumulation or even come down here, I'd still be careful trying to like long, because we're not really getting the best reaction from the longs right here, especially when we took out all this accumulation and it failed to pump up, or even this right here. If we were truly bullish, this would have just been fine to take out and continue pumping. So if price failed to like give us like a strong reaction to even just rebalance this entire bearish leg, I wouldn't really anticipate this like low right here to rebalance us higher or continue going higher. But overall, TP did get hit after the re-entry, so can't really complain. Took out the HUD, expecting the bullish move and displaced. I targeted the deal on the left issue. I felt a little greedy after a small win, especially seeing the volatility. No trade here, but eToro swooped the low, displaced out, disrespect to Civi. I did not enter when I saw this because I wanted candle closure and usually enter too quick. Is it permissible to enter without candle closure? On that one, the VISI is strongly bullish. It was even tough to enter after that because that was a 60-point candle and no rebalance, big as sell. Garbage trade, just assuming price is ready to take out the EOL. I actually want to see price rebounds into that 1 minute, but did not wait. No trade just shows when you're patient, price makes sense, it will distribute cleanly. Block after one trade, no room for greed. Minute, inverse very good, but to quickly see. First trade off just 9:30. Yeah, I mean, it works. It's fine, but I'd still be careful because look at ES and look at NQ. NQ is already making like the SFT, while ES is still, lagging behind a little bit. So more room to get taken out. This right here, after this eternal inflation and displacement up, so we getting inverse, it is fine for you to enter, but market conditions, okay? I wouldn't really anticipate like Monday to, for this manipulation low to hold. Obviously it did today, but like every other day, you never know, you know? And here, this is just like legit FOMO. You waited at the very end to enter. You see we rebounds back inside this order block. This other CB gets inverse, right? Candle, we even get a rebound and more displacement past it. So like your entry could have even been here, it would have been fine, bro. This was just like too much FOMO. Like you enter at the very end, expect the price to like continue pumping. And like, what's the point of even entering here? Like, what are you trying to like scrap for like leftover crumbs, bro? Yeah, and you have this fat busy, price is accumulating, you see it. Quick, quick, quick. I don't know why you're expecting the third candle, fourth candle to be like displacement, but it just rebounds, gave us a turn of replacement to run back up. So if you just stayed patient, you would have been fine either way, bro. Lock in, bro. Like you enter so quick, you're eager to like, you're afraid to miss out on the move. Like especially 9:30 shorts, like you're entering at 9:30, trying to catch the fast move. Like that's like addictive. That's like dopamine maxing. So Yusuf, stop trading 930. Stop trading 935, whatever. Wait for 940 and see how you do. Longs after minute didn't look good to me. I waited after we tapped the order block because narrative was bullish and the minute actually held. Order block, super disrespect, longs enter on that, stop loss below, TP back up to the high. Yeah, this was completely FOMO. Coming to the day, bullish after looking at Asia and London. Asia had a weak opening gap minute to fill it. New York pre-market did have a bearish S&P, but it got disrespected. Had another bearish minute that provided shorts before the minute for longs, back to the bearish order block. Trade ideas before market opens were longs after open to gauge reaction at DOS, see if reversal was on the table, and the market gave both today. Good that you understood this. Did have 933 order block retest with the tournament ready for the gap to get filled, and enter could have held until bearish order block CE, but candle was slowing down to close to TP. Faded the early shorts narrative was bullish at open, but reaction at AOL was huge because price was just making a big range overall, and a lot of these false setups were inside, but the range was also hitting draws at the highs and lows, giving setups in between. Yeah, good thought process. Very good. Very, very good, J. Luke. Much better, bro. Good. Nothing to say. And the trade that you took was, yeah. Price comes back, order block rebounds, displacement, enter on that, TP back up to that bearish order block. Valid. Manipulation lower, order block gets created, rebalance, displacement up, you enter on that, TP at that high. Very good. Price was on some every today, yeah. Overall, coming today, I was bullish. Price then gave a nice return manipulation and started to run lower, creating a large bearish order block. When I saw this, I thought price was seeking lower to internally manipulate, then continue higher. Price presented a nice bullish manipulation from this. Then we got CB disrespect, displacement higher, but I faded this OG setup because of the large bearish order block. I waited patiently on the next setup. Price gave internal SMT from this. We then got displaced to the upside to the CB to the left. Once I saw this, everything aligned for me to take an entry. I did end up closing this trade early because price started to accumulate to the bearish order block. It being known as Monday also played into my closing early. I wouldn't consider this close emotional. I did have logical reasons to exit. We know that the bearish order block isn't holding if my overall narrative is bearish. Yeah, overall entry is fine. Thought process, everything is good. Again, obviously original CP was up there, so nonetheless, overall it was a good trade. But if you close it, you close it. It is what it is. You can't really beat yourself up over it. Overall, good trade though. Much better, Lucas. Took a 1-1. Total manipulation, basically disrespect, longs, entry down there. TV down there, I mean. Yeah, that's fine. PXH in play with the tournament from bullish narrative. Yeah, very good. And good TP as well. Did I trade? Yes. High time frame was bullish as the lower time frame as well. You can see in the pick that you missed the first long at 934 because you didn't want to enter before the candle closed. After it closed, I waited for the rebounds of the inverse where I got, but it was a garbage RR. Never got it. TP hit without me. Due to price being bullish, I waited for the rebounds at the order block and NQ did manip. SFC with ES. I entered on the displacement candle of the SIBI, but see disrespect. Got stopped at a trailing stop. TP hit eventually. Not gonna lie, it's an intraday. Cooks with my brain, and this is why I trailed like a. But what could I do? Just trying to get that 2K buffer from there. From then, things are going to be breathable. I did very well today overall. I stuck to my rules. One trade a day regardless of outcome. Manip, sim disrespect, re-entry. Yeah, very good move. I'm glad you waited for the re-entry back inside this order block, and you didn't like FOMO into like longs up here. Very good. For the TPT intradays, it is what it is. I can't lie, especially on Monday. Like, price wasn't really gonna pump that crazy, so you know, it is what it is. I can't lie. But once you improve a lot more and you're like making more money, I'd say just go for the end of day drawdown accounts, and from there, bro, you will have like so much ROI return. Like you're able to like spot these really good trades and like rebalances and everything. It's just the intraday that's like cooking you. So that's just my thought on that. But yeah. Got out at 1.3K, but want to see price take out internal high on an hourly, which it did not, and instead rebounds lower than took it out. Again, we never rebounds back up to that high, so price could manipulate it or rebounds into it. and dump lower, which is legit what it did. Again, the stick you see price accumulate and chop TP at back up into this wick that you had marked out, and just close up profit. You're already up 2K by the time you get there. So stop being greedy. I took the short after the buy, just going for the retracement play. Low, models of order block retracement, displacement, same thing, different day. Turn to inflation back inside this order block. Yes, but the TP is risky because price could have reacted from the top, middle, or at the very bottom. So just be careful next time. But overall, very good. Very, very good. Uh, Take the payout. The second you get a payout or secure it, take it. Don't go for max payout if you can. Like, what would that, like, the current amount right now, if you withdrew it, would it help you or would it break your account? You know, if it doesn't really matter, then you can go for max payout. But again, money is money. I'd say just stack your bread and cheese, and then let it compound, bro. That's like the best way to get rich fast. Take out payout, take out payout, take out payout, take out payout. Don't wait. Can't make the call. I'm at work again. Yes, total manipulation bears, etc. But we are in a bullish like narrative overall. So especially right here, the second even price we bounced back inside this order block. We didn't really get like strong displacement. Price failed to the even displace to this low. The second you see this candle close bullish, slab break even or just close your trade and wait for the re-entry. Because again, price can still rebound inside this order block and go lower. So instead of like entering just right here, stop loss just at this rebalance. Much better if you wait for the entire like manipulation leg to get rebounds into and see what price is doing in there. Because you're avoiding a lot of SLs, you know? And plus your entry would have been better as well. So unfortunate, I can't lie. No trade today, that's good. No trade stopped in, that's good as well. Should I avoid runners on Monday? Seen price edge my overall target up there at 939.75. Seen this occurring a lot of Mondays where we just edge the draw. It's not edging the draw, it's price rebalancing at the draw. Okay, a lot of these draws you guys are trying to TP at, they come from either manipulation or draws we never rebalance into. So anytime you see a higher low that looks like an order block or something, just mark it out and see how price is reacting inside of it. All right, like here, this is an order block that price never rebalanced into. It just ran away without it, especially when we dumped. So if price is gonna come back up there from like next week, obviously we're gonna have a reaction from it. You know, high of the week, we never rebounded back inside of it. We made the low, but we never really came back up there. So if Monday next week is gonna come back up there, I know it's gonna give me a reaction. All right, that's how you can like anticipate it. If you want to keep runners or not, you know. Only time you want to keep runners, playmaker, is like in these type of situations where like you know price is gonna look to react from this high, right? You know you have accumulation below you, okay, but you don't know how deep or fast price is gonna look to dump. So you can enter shorts like for example after 10-10 or whatever, like up here, and like just have like a crazy TP and slowly like de-risk or like scale out. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say for example your TP was agent lows, but like you see price take out this first set of accumulation, you take out like one contract, this, another contract, this, another contract. And after you see price start to accumulate and chop, that's when you fully close your trade and you're done on the day. See, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Good. This is like where my cuts are at. I'm like 600 away from max payout on each. I still need 2 days. I usually wait for max. I usually always wait for max. Don't always wait for max, bro. Trade. Trade, trade, trade. Okay? Trade what you see, trade what you know. If you're just 600 away, that's really simple then. Like 1 mini, 15 points, 5 micros, 30 points. What are the best alphas to buy? Trying to stack more accounts. The 0 accounts, the payout is like 1.5k, but you can buy 5 of them. So that's like 7.5k with like accounts that are like worth total $500. So the ROI is really nice, and you could like pass them in 1 day depending on how you trade Kenshima. So it's up to you. But the advanced accounts are really good because you can have a 15k payout. Those I would just trade them aggressively after you make like a little bit of buffer. Bullish narrative on the high time frame. Manipulate highs, manipulate multiple times above the DOL, signaling this week. Left to also equal lows and potential PX stage. Revisit, manipulating market opens. Immediate displacement speed through CE of the opposing fair value gap. Because it's Monday, I just target the 2.5 area. Oh Lord God. Turnover inflation. Longs after creation of the order block. CB almost gets inverse. You enter longs. Yeah. Valid longs. Valid longs. Good job, Demi. Makes sense. Thank you, of course. Chill. Don't sleep on Kachima. Kachima already bought a card before you even like got a payout, Yonko. So like, I'd watch out how you talk to Kachima. Like he could stun you for real. But I'm very proud of you guys. You guys are all starting to be more consistent in like your trading, passing accounts, even getting payouts. So very, very proud of you guys. Any wrapping up questions for today? Of course. Can you PPM when you get a chance? I just can't figure out the TradeFi Live shit. I got you. With that, group call is over.